Hi and welcome to GigajamVLE for Schools. I'm Brian Green, I'm the director, and just posting this very quick video to support our eligibility, having won the BETT award back in 2005. Significant changes made to our offer to schools, and GigajamVLE is a new product in essence around what we do at Gigajam, which is to enable people to learn to play guitar, bass, keyboard and drums, and generally through school, free at the point of access. So this new virtual learning environment that we've created is all about supporting the teaching and the learning, as well as to house some of the great content that we've produced over the years. So if I quickly walk you through the portal, what we've got here is top 10 uploads of schools showing the great work that they're doing. Over 11,000 uploaded exercises so far. This has just been within the last academic year for some of these schools. Fantastic progress that they're making. It also houses the reporting for the teachers, the content for the pupils, as well as the students' lockers and portfolios, so they can interrogate their own progress and see how they're getting on. So let's get into it. So I'm logged in here, and you can log in using either Shibboleth single sign-on or by any login that is provided to the user. You can access your content, so I'm going to go into the guitar lessons here. And as a user, we've got all sorts of content. We've got some very simple introductory flash here, so that people can explore their instruments. They can even hear them, which is quite nice for the beginner. Those are very nice for whiteboards. But we've got some television shows as well. Those can be very stimulating. Trying to capture the different learning styles of individual users, so some people would respond very well to a television show. What we also have is we deliver each of the lessons now in 4 different ways, because we can deliver via the web. We've got television shows, we've got lesson booklets which can be printed out, we've got lessons that only contain videos, which is quite a nice way of doing it. And that sometimes can be more engaging for different types of learning styles. Our standard lesson though has everything in it. So it has narrated text which can speak to you.
Introducing power chords and their role in rock music.
Fantastic to enable students to look away whilst they're holding their instrument, etc, etc. It's a glossary of terms which are hyperlinked in. You can spend all day going around the different definitions in there. But the lessons then drive in a very progressive way, lesson objectives, and then step by step, small learning chunks for each bit. And each learning chunk is normally supported by diagrams, introductory text, videos, and a plethora to some extent of playback options. So we've got Xtractor software, a simple MIDI file that you can load into any default player, which enables you to use other devices that perhaps don't have interactivity, such as iPads and mobile phones. Plus also we've introduced recently MP3 players for the backing tracks. I'll turn this down. That's great. And then we model each of the lessons with a video here. So Dave's going to play this exercise here. This can go full screen, so you really see what's going on. Fantastic. Okay, and then we've got our Xtractor software. Now, Xtractor software enables pupils to download the exercise, plug in an instrument, a standard MIDI instrument, and record and then analyse their performance. So within their backing track here, they can actually record anything they like. They can have a playback. Within this software, what they can do is they can adjust volumes of various tracks to get the mix they want. They can even mute the teacher effectively in the track, and then just listen to their recorded performance. And what happens is when you've got a recorded performance, you can click on the Analyze button after you record it in, and it will show you your grading. I haven't recorded anything in this particular instance. But say I've completed my work, what I then do is I go up to the website, go to my locker, and I can have a look at the work that I have done. And here in the portfolio it shows you every exercise that you've done, shows you the progress that you're doing, and awards house points for different parts of your exercise. So if we just take an example here, if I go into our second lesson, I'll be able to find an example of a piece of work that I've done. So here's an exercise that I've recorded and saved. That loads into my Xtractor software. It's in there now. If I analyse that, it shows me my performance, what I've done. So I can now repeat that and have another go and improve. It shows me within this analysis where I've gone well. I've missed out a note there, should have played that one. This note's a little bit short. These two are about right, that's great. I'm getting black for those, that's fine. A green note here, so a traffic light system, which is fine, it's good. It's not perfect, but lots of actually really good ones there. You see those, got a yellow one here, which means I'm just after the beat. Not doing badly, but just a little bit late. And then I'm so late here, that's bad. Obviously I was just demonstrating how not to play it in that particular instance. And I didn't finish the whole exercise. It gives me some statistical evidence now. That's one of the big things that's improved in Analyzer, showing the amount of notes I've played and at what grading. These need review. It shows how many notes I've played overall. That gives an indication as to whether or not I've been playing the right notes at the right time and the right exercises, and it then gives you a score. Okay, that's the feedback to the pupil, which I think is very helpful. Any history or comments can be shown in here, and you can see this is from my teacher, which is myself, and it shows also a history. Every exercise a pupil uploads, it saves it, so you can see progress that people are making within an exercise, and it also shows progress that people are making over the progression of their course. It can also self-certificate. That's another big new feature, as well as just having the portal. The portal has these additional functionalities, so it creates certificates immediately for users, which can be incredibly encouraging. From a teacher's point of view, you'll see I have a staff room login here. Teachers can very quickly then have a look at all of their pupils who are ordered into classes and see how they're getting on. Here's a class I've created from some private drum pupils of mine. I can go into an individual here. I can see my class. I can then go into an individual. I can then see how they are doing, and then I can actually make comments myself to the pupils. I can moderate their work and show it, and I also have the certificates. So if I want to receive their certificates so I can hand them out on awards day or whatever, I can produce them and print them for them. Pupils can access them themselves. Okay, in a nutshell, that's GigajamVLE. It houses all of the content, so it delivers the content. It has interactive software that pupils can then play with at school and at home. You can use their iPads as well, not for the interactive bit, but of course for playing along and practicing, which is incredibly important. And then the idea then being is that they can save all their work, they can see it, they can make comments on the progress, and teachers can see all pupils' work, and at a very high degree of granularity, right down to individual exercises. Whistle stop tour, I hope that makes sense. Thank you very much. Cheers now.